He's going to take it himself for a championship.
A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup goes at the buzzer.
Frazier wins it. The championship.
Game number 2 of the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest rolls on inside Lions Den at Roselle Catholic High School here in Roselle, New Jersey. I'm Kevin Connolly, joined alongside Michael Cerroti. We thank you for spending your Saturday with us here on the National Federation of High School Sports. A dominating effort from the Roselle Catholic girls team moments ago to take down Oak Knoll, and now the boys will take the floor as our second game today features the Seton Hall Prep Pirates and the Hudson Catholic Hawks. Once again, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here inside the Lions Den. Mike, these are two rivals, I still like to call them, between Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. We'll start first with Hudson Catholic. We talked about it a little bit in our first game, and I would think Hudson Catholic would be as good as just about any non-public in the state if they were healthy, but unfortunately for them, they're not. Their two best players, we think, out for the season with knee injuries into Todd Pettiford and Elijah Gertrude.
And you say their two best players out for the season, but they have adapted. Head coach Nick Marinello, he's not going to go down without a fight. And two of their top players, in Elijah Gertrude and Todd Pettiford, probably out for the season, and both of them. But other players have stepped up. Alex Masung has really risen, and Amari Moore, he's young. They're both young, but they're athletic players, and they bring a lot to the table. And Hudson Catholic is still a top 15 team in the state, even without Gertrude and Pettiford.
Yeah, if you know anything about Nick Marinello, it's he's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of toughness, and that's what he has challenged his team so far with. You look at Hudson Catholic, they're 4-3 on the year. Yes, they're only won 4 games against New Jersey competition, and 3 of them were against Hudson County foes, not named St. Peter's Prep, and the other came against Malcolm Shabazz. They lost to Gonzaga Prep of Washington, D.C., and also lost to Patterson Eastside and Ramapo, but it'll be a tough test for Hudson Catholic today against Seton Hall Prep. Now let's flip over to the Seton Hall Prep side. Once again, one of the favorites to win the Essex County tournament, and they are led by their big man in the middle, Darius Phillips.
Darius Phillips is a very good player down low. He can stretch the floor. He is a more back to the basket kind of big, but when he needs to, he can step outside, and he is a really, really good rebounder down low.
We'll be back with starting lineups and tip-off here from the second game today of the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest. Welcome back here inside the Lions Den at Roselle Catholic High School, getting set for the second of 4 today here in the SFIC Basketball Hoop Fest on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. I'm Kevin Connolly, joined alongside Michael Cerroti. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here for today's game. We'll start first with Hudson Catholic, as they will start Maurice McKnight, and he's really, Mike, turned into their lead guard at the top, considering the absence of Pettiford and Gertrude. Also going to start Brian Petaway Diaz, Alex Masung, as you mentioned, Chaz Dubois, and Omari Moore, a really up-and-coming sophomore guard.
Yeah, Amari Moore, he can jump through the gym. He's really athletic and a really versatile guard. He can score at will, and we'll see him a lot today.
As for Seton Hall Prep, we already talked about their big man in the middle, Darius Phillips, who will be anchoring their starting 5. Also starting Isaiah Shambo, Ethan Maynard, Jackson Bleeker, and Sean Light.
Sean Light is just an athlete. He's committed to play lacrosse at Notre Dame, but he's still a really good basketball player, a really athletic forward.
And you're talking about lacrosse at Seton Hall Prep, arguably the top team in New Jersey. We'll have a lot more Seton Hall Prep lacrosse coverage as we move on here later this season. But it's time we turn our attention to the basketball court, and it's Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep still to come here this afternoon. St. Peter's Prep and Union Catholic, and then to round it out, it's Roselle Catholic and Immaculate Conception. But we already highlighted the deficiencies Hudson Catholic has had so far this season with the absences of Tahad Pettiford and Elijah Gertrude. Gertrude has already been ruled out for the season. He already has signed with the University of Virginia, tore his ACL in the preseason. As for Tahad Pettiford, a meniscus injury for him. Mikey has not been ruled out completely for the entire season, but it's unlikely we see him at any point this year.
Definitely unlikely that Tahad Pettiford comes back this season. And he's a junior. He's got one more year of high school. I would assume he wants to keep his mind focused on that and most likely won't make a return this season, but not out of the picture like Gertrude is.
As for Seton Hall Prep, told you already in our pregame show that they are once again considered the favorites to win the Essex County tournament. And Mike, it should be, I guess we'll touch on it a little bit here, that one of their co-favorites in Arts High School, obviously still going through the trouble that happened a couple of days ago right here at Roselle Catholic. Still no official word on the discipline that's going to be coming down from that game, but could be for Arts that all they have really to play for this season is that Essex County tournament.
Yeah, Arts they're a good basketball team. They have some great players, but definitely not the event that we wanted to see when they took on Roselle Catholic just a couple days ago.
Yeah, so we'll get into that scuffle and whatnot a little bit later on in our last game when Roselle Catholic takes the floor. We'll break down everything we know about that incident. But we're set to take the floor here between Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. Once again, starting lineups in today's game for Hudson Catholic, it'll be Petaway, Diaz, Masung, Moore, Dubois, and McKnight. As for Seton Hall Prep, it'll be Shoyumbo, Maynard, Phillips, Bleeker, and Light. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti, Renato Rodriguez on hand here at the Lions Den. The second game of the day here in the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children. Basketball Hoop Fest, always an outstanding annual tradition in the state of New Jersey. The Roselle Catholic girls team picked up a convincing victory over Oak Knoll in our first game. Game number 2 is underway between Seton Hall Prep and Hudson Catholic. The tip is won by Darius Phillips, and then Sean Light lost it on the way up.
And this is what we should expect. It's going to be a fast-paced game, a lot of athletic players on the court today, and they're going to want to move fast.
Also a physical game expected here between the two as Omari Moore opens the scoring with a 3.
Like I said, a really versatile player in Omari Moore. He's known as an athletic guard, but he can shoot the basketball really well.
You saw the flashes from him coming in the Hudson County tournament late last season, and there's the answer from Jackson Bleeker.
Jackson Bleeker might be the best basketball player on the court for Seton Hall Prep. A really good wing. He's also one of those versatile guys that can do it all.
On the drive to the hole, count it in the foul for Alex Masung.
And I said before the game, Alex Masung is really dangerous when he's driving downhill, and he showed it there, finishing through the contact.
Both these teams reigning champions of their respective county tournaments, Hudson Catholic in Hudson County, Seton Hall Prep in Essex County. Masung converts the three-point play. So 3-point opportunity the conventional way for Masung and the Hawks, and they're back up by 3. Ball deflected towards half court. Bleeker goes to track it down. Shoyumbo back out to the top for Maynard. Bleeker on the drive, a kick all the way to the basket and a foul. It'll be Sean Light going to the line to shoot 2.
As a lacrosse player, Sean Light is not going to shy away from contact. He'll go right at you, trying to draw the fouls.
Foul was on Chaz Dubois, his first, team's first. Too strong on the first free throw is Sean Light. Light converts on the second. Minute gone here in this first quarter. Hudson Catholic with an early 6-4 lead.
Number 2 in black, Maurice McKnight, 2 years ago was playing at Roselle Catholic back in this gym.
There's another three-pointer from Omari Moore, and his trajectory keeps pointing sky high, not only in terms of his production this season, Mike, but his future in playing college ball.
Yeah, Omari Moore's recruitment has really taken off, and as it should, as he's become a leader for Hudson Catholic.
A lot of the locals in on Omari Moore. You look at Rutgers, Seton Hall, St. John's, as Bleeker steps on the baseline, and a turnover for Seton Hall. Omari Moore has 6 of the 9 points for Hudson Catholic. Every time down the floor for Hudson Catholic, it's either been a 3 or nothing. Masong passes up on that 3 and gives it back to Moore. Moore, that's a tough mid-range pull-up. Oh, this man's feeling it early on.
Kevin, you said that's a tough jumper. Omari Moore doesn't care.
Got 8 points of Hudson Catholic's 11 here in this first quarter. McKnight nearly came up with the steal. Maynard, the lane open, swatted by Moore. And this is the one positive, Mike, that Nick Marinello said about Hudson Catholic losing their 2 best players. Obviously, you never want to lose 2 of your best players due to injury, but it's given other players the opportunity to step up into major roles like in Omari Moore, and he has thrived in that setting so far for Hudson Catholic. A lot of dribbling here for Seton Hall. Shoyumbo on the drive, dumps it off for Light, off the window, no. Light somehow gets his own miss. A straight-on 3 is too strong there by Bleeker, and Moore controls the rebound. This is a Hudson Catholic team that went toe-to-toe a couple of weeks ago with Ramapo, I should say, last week on New Year's Day and the New Year's jump-off. They led in the second half, and then the Ramapo depth really wore them down in that fourth quarter as Masung makes a mid-range jumper, and Seton Hall calls an early timeout. 13-4, the Hawks lead the Pirates with 4:36 to play here in the first quarter. So back here at Roselle Catholic, 13-4. Hudson Catholic leads Seton Hall Prep. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti with you here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports.
Hudson Catholic off to a hot start with a 9-point lead early.
And it's been Omari Moore and Alex Masung who have all 13 points for the Hawks.
And those were the 2 guys I mentioned. They've stepped up into bigger roles. They've shined in those roles, and they're doing it today.
Maynard on the drive, hounded there by Maurice McKnight. Kick in the corner, and a 3-pointer goes down from Sean Light.
Seton Hall Prep needs answers right now, and that's a good one from Sean Light.
Now can they start to pick up a couple of stops on this potent Hudson Catholic offense? They get a steal there. Shoyumbo on the drive, straight to the hole, wave it off, an offensive foul. And guess who? Omari Moore steps in to take the charge. Second foul on Seton Hall Prep. Midway through this opening quarter. Omari Moore has 8 already for Hudson Catholic. 2 loose with dribbles, stolen away by Light, all the way to the hole, and he'll lay it in for 2.
Seton Hall Prep starting to pick it up. They've strung together a couple of stops, making Hudson Catholic pay for some sloppy offense.
And Sean Light now with 6 points for Seton Hall as Shoyumbo jumped into the passing lane. But its last touch off the Pirates, it'll stay with Hudson Catholic.
Seton Hall bench has also come to life as they have 5 straight points to make it a 4-point game.
And now it looks like Amari Moore might be bleeding on his hand as he's going to go to the Hudson Catholic bench and get checked out by the training staff, or perhaps it's a contact issue for Amari Moore. So he'll come out of the game, and Elijah Williams, a freshman for Hudson Catholic, will check in. And Mike, that's always one thing Nick Marinello has on his bench. He always has star freshmen in the wings.
Yeah, this is a young team as Amari Moore is getting his eye cleaned right now. But Hudson Catholic, they're young, but they're talented.
The rivalry in Hudson County between Hudson Catholic and St. Peter's Prep isn't going anywhere with how young and talented those two programs are. There's an illegal screen by Brian Petaway Diaz. First foul on Petaway Diaz. Seton Hall with a basket can make it a 1-possession game. Nearly losing his footing on the play was Shoyumbo. Bleeker on the drive, jump stop to the free throw line. Now it's Shoyumbo. Finds Bleeker, cutting to the basket. He did lose his footing. Is it a foul or did he step on the baseline? He stepped on the baseline. Another turnover for the Pirates. Two and a half to play in this opening quarter. Masung driving. Bleeker rejected it at the rim. Here's Ethan Maynard, the nice cross, and he's fouled on his way to the basket.
Amari Moore is bleeding from just above his eye as he's still getting checked out and cleaned by the training staff.
So Ethan Maynard to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Too strong on the first. So that's the first points for Seton Hall, not named Bleeker or Light. It comes from a free throw from Maynard as Isaiah Shoyumbo will go to the bench for a breather. Jaden Harrington checks in for the first time today for Seton Hall. Elijah Williams, the freshman for Hudson Catholic. Dubois on the drive, got it poked away by Phillips, right into the hands of Masung. Masung dribbled it off his own foot. Another turnover for Hudson Catholic with a head of steam down the other way. Looked like that might have been offensive basket interference. Shot didn't fall down on the tip from Phillips on the weak side. Six-0 run from Seton Hall as that three is short. It was 13-4 Hawks before Seton Hall and head coach Kevin Williams called the timeout. They have rattled off 6 consecutive points here with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Bleeker has space. Bleeker rises and gets fouled. So Darius Phillips going to the line to shoot 2. 4th team foul on Hudson Catholic. Javon Rampertsat will come in as Chaz Dubois will leave after picking up his 2nd foul.
Jackson Bleeker also stepping off the court for Seton Hall.
Two for 2 from the free throw line goes Darius Phillips, and Seton Hall's back within a point of Hudson Catholic.
8-0 run right now for the Pirates. They've come back.
Lane opened, easy drive there for Alex Masung.
Seemed like Alex Masung was flying there. He just hung in the air.
40 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Light on the drive. Phillips tiptoeing the sideline and throws it away. 2-on-1, Masung. And Alex Masung with 9 points here for Hudson Catholic. The Hawks have its 5-point lead back. Seton Hall looks like they're going to hold for one. Maynard on the drive. Gets a couple of Hawks to bite on the shot fake, and it spins in as the horn will sound on this first quarter. A good one brewing between Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. It's the Hawks on top after 8 minutes, 17-14. Start of the second quarter here between Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. 17-14 lead for the Hawks in this one. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti with you here at Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest, an outstanding annual event here in New Jersey that raises money for an outstanding cause.
Amari Moore back into the game with a Band-Aid on his eye to start the second quarter for Hudson Catholic, and they'll go right to him.
Amari Moore had 8 points in that first quarter before he had to leave with about 3.5 minutes to play after getting that cut above his eye. Maurice McKnight, nice feed down low, and the reverse for Brian Petaway Diaz. Liam Tuhey into the game for the first time to start the second quarter for Seton Hall. Nice find by Phillips down low, and Maynard the finish.
Great pass from Phillips, just rifled it inside.
And Nick Marinello not happy with his team's defense. He burns a timeout. 7:16 separates us from the halftime break. Hudson Catholic leads by 3. Hudson Catholic leads Seton Hall Prep here in the second game of 4 in the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti with you here inside the Lions Den at Roselle Catholic High School. St. Peter's Prep Union Catholic, Roselle Catholic, Immaculate Conception still to come. Masung gets the ball back after it looked like Petaway Diaz turned it over. Amari Moore short on the 3, gets his own miss, drives into the lane and gets it devoured by Darius Phillips.
Phillips standing his ground, sending that shot back.
Kick into the corner. Now it's Isaiah Shoyumbo on the drive and pulls it back out. Sean Light's got 6 points, and Darius Phillips has a big two-hand slam.
Phillips elevating a powerful jam, gets the Pirates bench riled up.
Elijah Williams getting some extended run for Hudson Catholic off the bench. Masung drives, Phillips swats it off the backboard. Seton Hall looking to run, trying to take its first lead today. Maynard on the drive, and the Pirates are on top. First lead today for Seton Hall Prep. They lead Hudson Catholic 20-19. Moore gets it stripped. Shoyumbo can't save it. It'll stay with the Hawks. Omari Moore off the inbound. They left Brian Petaway Diaz open, and that was a mistake. 5 points here in the second quarter for Petaway Diaz. Shoyumbo cannot answer. The tip is good by Sean Light. Deadlocked at 22 in what's shaping up to be a classic here between Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. Maurice McKnight, senior guard for Hudson Catholic, has been quiet here in this first half. Masung, that's a long two. They would count it as a three. Foot was on the line. Doesn't matter because the shot was no good. Nice feed down low. Phillips can't finish. His follow on the tip, no good. Rebound batted out to the perimeter. Omari Moore with it into the lane, and the finger roll is good.
Omari Moore already into double figures, has just been doing everything offensively for Hudson Catholic.
Hawks back in front by 2. And that one just thrown right out of bounds. Jackson Bleeker looked like he was trying to post up out on the wing, and the pass was too far in front of him. Unforced turnover there for Seton Hall. Masung on the drive uses the window to finish. Masung up to 11 points for Hudson Catholic. Bleeker has 1-3, passes that one up, and it's going to be a travel on Maynard. Turnover starting to pile up for Seton Hall Prep. 3:47 to go here in the second quarter. McKnight on the drive, probes into the lane. McKnight got that one poked away by Maynard. Loose ball on the deck. And it's going to be a foul call. It'll be Maynard tripping McKnight from behind. .326 to go before halftime. 4-point lead for Hudson Catholic. Moore driving, a kick to McKnight. Maurice McKnight, more of a facilitator for this Hudson Catholic team. Not really known for his scoring prowess. And Omari Moore is fouled. Looks like they'll get Isaiah Shoyumbo on the reach-in. Second foul on Shoyumbo. So he'll come to the bench. Tuhey comes back on for the Pirates. lengthy possession here for Hudson Catholic. See if it can result in some points. McKnight on the drive, back out to the top. They find Moore. Omari Moore driving and got it swatted by Phillips.
Another block by Darius Phillips. That's his third. Just all over the place defensively. Can't get by him. Think you have your guy beat, and there comes Darius Phillips out of nowhere to reject your shot.
Omari Moore has got to get rid of it, and he throws it away. Petaway Diaz unable to save it in the corner. .220 to go. Maynard to the hole. No. The tap controlled by Rampersat. Moore pulls it from deep, and Omari Moore has got his third three tonight. .13 points from Omari Moore, and the lead's back to 7 for Hudson Catholic. Seton Hall answers on the other end with Jackson Bleeker. Moore driving, and they're going to get him for a travel.
When Omari Moore had to come off the court to get his eye checked out, he was anxiously waiting to get back on the floor, and he is making his presence known today.
That's going to be a reach-in foul down low on Masung. Down low, Phillips, and he throws it away. Tuhey was cutting to the basket, and the pass went right into the Hudson Catholic bench. 90 seconds to go before halftime. Hudson Catholic leads by 4, 29-25. Masung, easy layup with the left hand.
That looked a little too easy there for Alex Masung. Got to the basket, nobody was there to stop him.
Backdoor feed, pass deflected, and Hudson Catholic comes away with it. Minute to go here in the second quarter. Moore driving to the lane. Phillips altered the shot, but they'll get him for the foul. First foul on Darius Phillips in the act of shooting, so Omari Moore goes to the line to shoot 2. Short on the first. 13 points from Omari Moore, standout sophomore guard for Hudson Catholic here in this first half. It's really been the Omari Moore and Alex Masung show for the Hawks.
And as we expected for Hudson Catholic, those are the two players that have really stepped up into bigger roles with Pettiford and Gertrude out to injury.
Ethan Maynard just looked over to the Seton Hall Prep bench. He mouthed one shot to Kevin Williams. We'll see if that's what Seton Hall Prep wants to do here in the final 40 seconds of this first half. The big man, Darius Phillips, on the perimeter, spins into the lane, and he gets fouled. Tell you what, Darius Phillips is a handful to work with down low.
And both sides of the basketball, Darius Phillips is really hard to deal with. He blocks shots, he's aggressive down low getting to the basket, and he can step out.
Smooth looking Free throw shot there from Darius Phillips. 2 for 2, or now 3 for 3 from the line. He'll have one more. Darius Phillips has 6 points, 4 of them coming at the charity stripe here in this first half.
Would assume Hudson Catholic will hold for one now with 20 seconds left.
That is what they'll do. Now they'll go with 10 on the clock. It's Masung with the basketball. He finds Omari Moore looking to drive, instead pulls up. A lot of contact on that three-point attempt. Seton Hall with one last chance. It's Phillips, and he's too strong from half court. What a first half from Hudson Catholic and Seton Hall Prep. It's the Hawks leading 32-27 after 16 minutes of play. Don't go anywhere. Second half coming up right after these messages here on D1 Media Pro.
Thomason, handoff, has room. He's got the first down. He stays on his feet. Thomason dives. Touchdown! First title since 2016. Phillips with numbers 3-on-1. The finish and a 4-point Pirate lead. Pitch is hit in the air, right field. Reed going back on it. He's still back. He's looking up, and it one hopped up against the wall. On his way to score is Harcourt. Heading to third is Sprock. He'll put the brakes on and scamper back to second base. There's a shot and a goal! Charles Giordano to put Seton Hall Prep up 2, and they're 5:37 away. Up by 2. They have a 2-on-1. The puck is jarred free. Mendoza scores! The puck was knocked free right to the stick of Rocco Mendoza, and it's 4-1 Pirates.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it the break.
Turning to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.
Into the layup, goes at the buzzer.
Wins it. The championship.
Hudson Group, it's like family.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. They feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate. They never believed that I would really fly, I had to go demonstrate. I had to set them straight. They hate when you elevate. Elevate, elevate. They hate when you elevate, yeah. I had to elevate. I'm way too fly, yeah, I'm feeling.
Thomason, handoff, has room. He's got the first down. He stays on his feet. Thomason dives. Touchdown! First title since 2016. Phillips with numbers 3-on-1. The finish and a 4-point Pirate lead. Pitch is hit in the air, right field. Reed going back on it. He's still back. He's looking up, and it one hopped up against the wall. On his way to score is Harcourt. Heading to third is Sprock. He'll put the brakes on and scamper back to second base. There's a shot and a goal! Charles Giordano to put Seton Hall Prep up 2, and they're 5:37 away. Up by 2. They have a 2-on-1. The puck is jarred free. Mendoza scores! The puck was knocked free right to the stick of Rocco Mendoza, and it's 4-1 Pirates. Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the three, drives, baseline! Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the fourth quarter. Cromartie, 3, got it! Davis probed in the corner, 3-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His second straight 3. Roselle Catholic in a hurry. Wilcher, back to Bueno. He's going to try and tie it. And he does! Oh, big shots all around!
He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket!
They snap to Slade. They'll run a trick play. They'll throw it along. He catches it. They win! A trick play from St. Peter's Prep wins it in overtime. J.D. Farkas looking to work in. There's a stutter step. He lines up, and we're tied at 3. Camacho with 6. Armstrong the steal, all by himself, take flight, Mark Armstrong! Oh, that's how the third with an exclamation point from the Villanova-bound senior. Last minute of play here in the first period. Marauders walk in at the circle. They'll send one and they score! Oliver Harag gets the Marauders on the board with 56 seconds left to play in the first period. Walk him here. Payoff pitch is smoked out to left. Rapinski gives Prep a 2-0 lead. He took the payoff pitch and belted it way out of here.
Welcome back here to Roselle Catholic High School. Now we'll go to the floor for the SFIC Academic Award, be given to Hudson Catholic's Omari Moore and Seton Hall Prep's Liam Tuhey, given to the player on the team with the highest grade point average. So congratulations to Omari Moore and Liam Tuhey representing their respective teams. So back to the action on the floor here. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti with you as we get set for the start of the second half. It's a 32-27 Hudson Catholic lead over Seton Hall Prep. Mike, what was your biggest takeaway from that first half?
Well, Seton Hall Prep really came back. They started the game off slow. They were down 13-4, but they went on an 8-0 run at one point to really come back, and they got themselves back into the game. For Hudson Catholic, Omari Moore was really special. He was stretching the floor, shooting it from deep, but was also driving to the basket, not shying away from contact, but a pretty evenly matched game and a 5-point lead for the Hawks.
14 points from Omari Moore, 13 points from Alex Masung in that first half. As for Seton Hall, only 4 players scored, but it was a balanced attack. It was led by 8 points from Sean Light. Ethan Maynard had 7, and Darius Phillips and Jackson Bleeker both had 6 points for the Pirates.
And Kevin, let's note, Seton Hall Prep came out of the locker room with less than a minute left in the halftime break, and then the award had to be given out, so not much of a warm-up and miscommunication to start.
Yeah, collision there from Isaiah Shoyumbo and Ethan Maynard. They collide into each other, and that's going to be an easy travel called. Turnovers were an issue for Seton Hall Prep in that first half, and they rear their head here on the first possession of the second half as well, as Masung drives and got it deflected by Phillips.
Yet another block from Darius Phillips.
And Seton Hall take advantage. It's Maynard on the drive, got caught in the air. Shoyumbo back for Maynard, and it's going to be a foul on Masung. Second foul on Masung. First team foul of the second half. Darius Phillips looking to drive, backing his way into the lane, spinning and getting fouled.
Darius Phillips is a really dangerous player. He's got 4 blocks, and he's really hard to defend.
He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line, and he's going back for 2 more. He's too strong on the first. Makes the second, so Darius Phillips opens the scoring here in this third quarter from the free throw line. Maurice McKnight was scoreless in that first half, and he leaves that fadeaway jumper in the lane short. Maynard trying to feed it off to Shoyumbo, and it deflected off his arm out of bounds. Oh, another turnover for Seton Hall Prep here in this second half. Alex Masung with the basketball, finds Omari Moore off a screen, a three, left it short, hit the bottom of the backboard on the way down. Wide open, Bleeker three, too strong. Hudson Catholic still looking for their first points of this third quarter. Masung trying to slip a pass through to Dubois. Gets intercepted. Phillips tries to do the same thing and the same result. It's Masung, the nice Euro in the lane, the putback slam. Chaz Dubois running the floor.
A nice follow-up. Hudson Catholic bench loved it, and as they should, Chaz Dubois was ready for it.
Mid-range pull-up, Ethan Maynard. Now the shots are starting to fall here in this third quarter. Dubois with that big putback slam last time down the floor for the Hawks. Masung will pull it out with 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. McKnight tracks it back down in the backcourt.
Good defense by Maynard.
McKnight looking to drive, tried to dump a pass off for Petaway Diaz, and he wasn't ready for it. Maynard back down the lane, a lot of contact, and he's fouled. So Ethan Maynard gonna go to the line to shoot a pair as Dubois picks up the foul. Third foul on Dubois. James Dunham the second comes in for Seton Hall Prep. First time we've seen him today. Yvonne Rampertsat comes back in for Hudson Catholic. 1 for 2 from the line goes Maynard. 3-point Hudson Catholic lead. Omari Moore into the lane, got it stripped out of bounds. It'll stay with Hudson Catholic. Masung driving through contact, got it to go. Alex Masung's first points of the second half.
Masung says you're too little after the bucket. Getting to the basket at ease.
Maynard with McKnight all over him, kicking the corner. That's a three-pointer that bounces out from Jackson Bleeker. Midway point of this third quarter, Hudson Catholic still with a 5-point lead, 36-31. Scoring's been hard to come by here in this third quarter.
Nick Marinello from the Hudson Catholic sideline saying easy, easy, wanting the Hawks to slow it down.
Oh, they throw it in the backcourt. They say it got deflected, and it'll stay with Hudson Catholic. So a break there from the Hawks as Moore was trying to flip it back to McKnight. But last touch off Seton Hall. McKnight driving, blocked there by Dunham, and then we get a whistle, and the clock didn't start. They're going to reset the clock to 3:31. So it'll be 3:31 on the game clock here in this third quarter. So now we'll reset that clock. Down 10 seconds. The ball's put back in play. Hudson Catholic still up by 5. And a reach-in foul on Maurice McKnight. And again, I don't think the clock started.
And Kevin Williams, Seton Hall head coach, does not like that they have to keep stopping the game because of the clock.
So we'll see what they reset it to here. It'll be 3:18.
So 8 more seconds that were missed at the scores table.
Both coaches not happy. And they reset it to 3:18, and off we go. Inside to Dunneman, the nice fake, but he can't finish. It's his own miss, back up, and a foul. Rampersat will get hit for the foul as James Dunneman II is going to go to the free throw line for 2. Sophomore forward, James Dunneman. Jaden Harrington comes back in for Seton Hall. Oh for 2 from the line goes Dunneman. Just 4 points so far in this third quarter for Hudson Catholic, and that's a double dribble on Masung.
The whole Seton Hall prep bench just got out of their seats, and they had the call right. Same as the refs on the double dribble.
Seton Hall has not been able to take advantage of Hudson Catholic's scoring issues here in this third quarter because they're having some scoring issues of their own. They only have 4 points here in this third quarter. Now make it 6 as the friendly roll from Ethan Maynard. So Maynard's got 5 here in this third quarter. He's up to 12. Masung, long 2 inside the arc. Just barely grazed the front rim. Dunneman looked like he traveled, no call, and he finishes on the reverse.
Nick Marinello is livid on the sideline right now.
Looked like a clear travel by Dunneman, no call, and a timeout by Hudson Catholic. Their lead's trimmed to 1, 36-35, 1:57 to play here in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this. Sato one. Yeah, the hype, that's good. Play that one. So just as Hudson Catholic was breaking their timeout, a call came to the trainer and told you in that first half that Omari Moore was cut right above the eye, and they're going to have to put a new bandage on him. So Omari Moore comes out of the game, will resume play. It'll be Hudson Catholic basketball after the timeout. 1:57 to go here in the third quarter.
And Omari Moore just went sprinting back to the bench. As his eye is all good now, he's ready to check back in.
Yeah, he'll come back in at the next whistle. Seton Hall showing a bit of a zone. New look from the Pirates here defensively.
Kevin Williams on the sideline during that timeout said the game can be decided right now. So Seton Hall trying to get a swing in their way.
Trying to squeeze a pass to Rampersat. Dunneman's provided a big lift for Seton Hall. He can't get that one to go, but on the follow, There it's Jackson Bleeker, and Seton Hall's back on top. 37-36. How do the Hawks try and attack this Pirate zone? Hudson Catholic desperately trying to get Omari Moore back in the ball game. The floater from Alex Masung.
Don't necessarily need Omari Moore when you have Alex Masung able to get you points.
Back and forth we go in this third quarter. 38-37, Hudson Catholic back on top. Bleeker open. His three-pointer off the side of the rim, no, and Hudson Catholic will let it go out of bounds with 27.1 on the clock, and it allows Omari Moore to check back into the ball game. Reminder, St. Peter's Prep against Union Catholic. Roselle Catholic against Immaculate Conception, still to come here this afternoon from Roselle Catholic. Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest, the 19th annual high school hoop fest to benefit SFIC. 5 seconds left for Hudson Catholic. It's Masung on the drive, through contact, no good. Got his own miss and got fouled. They'll say the foul's on the floor. There's no time left on the clock. Masung still down on the hardwood. There's no shot. They'll inbound from the floor. And they're going to put 0.3 of a second left on the clock.
Masung went down hard. Good to see him get up, and he's okay.
So now again the issue comes with the clock. They want 0.3 of a second left on the clock. They just put 3 seconds back on the clock. And now the officials will get together and talk about it. If there's 0.3 seconds left on the clock, Mike, not much Hudson Catholic could do here besides throwing one up to the rim for an alley-oop. And now Seton Hall Prep head coach Kevin Williams not happy. They put 1 second back on the clock instead of 0.3, and that allows Hudson Catholic a chance to catch and shoot.
So Alex Masung just went over to talk to Elijah Williams, who's inbounding. Masung is like almost at half court. So he might make a run to the rim and try to sky up for one.
So now they've reset the clock to 0.3.
I think the scores table didn't know how to do it, but now we're all figured out and good.
So 0.3 of a second, all they have chances for an up-top lob. They tried to find Masung, and he couldn't control the pass, and it goes out of bounds. So all that for really a whole lot of nothing. We go to the fourth quarter with a good one. 38-37, Hudson Catholic leads Seton Hall Prep.
The Marauders go back to their bread and butter. Their 3 offensive touchdowns today have all been on the ground. They'll go back to the ground here with Slade, and he's untouched into the end zone for a touchdown. Sam Slade.
And 21. Missouri under pressure, and he's taken down. Jack Price with the sack.
Goes under center. Toss to Thomason, far side, trying to pick up blocks, trying to cut back upfield, and he's in for a Seton Hall Prep touchdown. Hand off, Butler once again, steps through a couple of tackles, spinning the pile, pushing him forward. Is he in? No signal, yes he is, touchdown. Salters will take the snap, looking to throw deep, he's got a man, wide open, it's caught. Justin Mays, a foot race to the end zone.
One of the assistants was going crazy when he did a new Band-Aid. It's like, traitor.
Start of the fourth quarter, 38-37. Hudson Catholic on top of Seton Hall Prep. Ken Connolly, Michael Cerroti with you here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports in the 19th annual High School Hoop Fest to benefit the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children. Roselle Catholic girls team in our first game today, a dominating victory over Oak Knoll, and we have a nail-biter here as the boys take the floor for the last 3 games. Hudson Catholic a 1-point lead over Seton Hall, but scoring was tough to come by in that third quarter for both teams.
The third quarter started with scoring coming at ease, and then it was hard to come by as we got deeper into it. So we'll see what fourth quarter brings.
Nice feed down low, a rejection from Darius Phillips.
The 5th block of the game for Darius Phillips. He's just been a monster in the paint.
Asserting his will down low is big number 13 in white. Shoyumbo on the drive, off the window, and Seton Hall's back on top.
That's an impressive finish at the rim.
First point today from Isaiah Shoyumbo. Does Hudson Catholic have an answer? Omari Moore playing with a Band-Aid right over his left eye. Masung with the spin move and lost the handle. At half court, the pass gets deflected away. A foul is called. I think they're going to get Shoyumbo for knocking down Jazz Dubois, and they are. So the foul does go on Seton Hall. Just their second foul here this second half. Pirates not yet in any danger of reaching the bonus. Masung on the drive, kick, McKnight passes up to 3, steps into a mid-range, and too strong, missed everything. Down low, it's Light. Turning, finding Phillips, who finishes on the reverse. Just the second field goal of this game for Darius Phillips, but it puts Seton Hall Prep up to their largest lead today, and then a foul out on the perimeter by Isaiah Shoyumbo. It's the 4th foul on Isaiah Shoyumbo, and he's going to stay out there. And now Kevin Williams going to go to the bench and put Jaden Harrington out on the floor. So Shoyumbo with his 4 fouls, they'll go to the bench. 2 minutes gone here in this fourth quarter. Hudson Catholic trailing by 3. This has been the one issue for Hudson Catholic so far this year, is trying to finish games. Had a lead in the second half last week against Ramapo, couldn't close it out. Trying to pick up their first top 20 victory of the season. That 3-pointer from Alex Masung will help. And we're tied at 41.
Confident shot from Alex Masung. Stepped into it in rhythm and knocked it down.
41 all. 5:10 to play. Phillips corrals the loose ball. Light passes up on the 3. $12 points for Ethan Maynard. Was able to get McKnight in the air. Now it's Phillips, lost the handle. Omari Moore looking to go 1-on-3. A foul. They say it's on the floor, going to the basket. It'll be Jackson Bleeker who picks up the foul, and they're going to say it's on the floor. On the floor, 4th team foul on Seton Hall. Omari Moore off the screen on the inbounds, can't get the 3 to fall. and finishes.
Nice pass from Harrington. Phillips came up with the screen, rolled to the basket, and a good find.
Here's Alex Masung. Just hit a big three, takes a tough two, and Alex Masung's feeling it.
Taking over for Hudson Catholic down the stretch.
Under 4 minutes to play. Nice find, the finish for Sean Light. Well, the offenses were stalling in that third quarter. They found their groove here in the fourth as Omari Moore. .330 to play. 45 all. Isaiah Shoyambo still on the Seton Hall prep bench with 4 fouls. Jackson Bleeker can't hit the three. That's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Alex Masung. Right after this. .314 to go here in the fourth quarter. 45-45 is our score. Phillips gets doubled and sends it back out for Jaden Harrington. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti, Renato Rodriguez with you here on the D1 Media Pro page on the National Federation of High School Sports. The Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest. There's a turnover.
He said, "I'll take that." Omari Moore thought he could take him up to the rim. Harrington wanted no part of it.
Harrington in the game because Isaiah Shoyambo has 4 fouls. All of a sudden, there's 2:35 left here in the fourth. Down for Phillips. Phillips gets doubled. Harrington was open in the corner and sends it back out for Ethan Maynard. Sean Lunt with the basketball. Twisting, turning, spinning, can't finish. Phillips' tip is good. .206 to play here in the fourth. Omari Moore. The Hudson Catholic have an answer. Moore's open. Counted in the foul. Omari Moore, a chance for 3. Felt like that basketball was never going to come down after it hit the rim. It comes down through the hoop, and Hudson Catholic a chance to go back in front. .18 points for Omari Moore. A 19th will give Hudson Catholic a 1-point lead. And he left it short. And now the clock didn't start at the scorer's table. Looks like Hudson Catholic is trying to call a timeout. Well, they can't do the Pirates have possession.
I think they had the score wrong at the scores table.
Well, it's 47-47. They left the clock at 1:55, and Seton Hall inbounds from the sideline. So everything all squared away, and Masung will get called for the foul. So next foul would put Seton Hall at the line for a 1-and-1. Inbound to the backcourt for Maynard. 100 seconds left to play here in this fourth quarter. Tied at 47. Maynard to pull it back out. On the drive, Maynard, count it, and a chance for three. Ethan Maynard filling it up here in this second half for Seton Hall. He's got a chance to give the Pirates a 3-point lead.
That is an That was not an and one for Ethan Maynard, where there's a little bit of contact, but it's a normal layup. He got pushed off to the side and somehow still hit it.
3-point lead for Seton Hall. 65 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Maurice McKnight, as Seton Hall drops back into his zone. Now it's Masung. Omari Moore for the tie, and he's fouled. Tied up with 51 seconds to play. And he calmly makes the first, but there was no official down there, so that's not going to count. So 3 free throws upcoming from Omari Moore.
They gave him a point.
Yeah. That he made the first. He did not, because there was no officials there putting the ball in play. So the score is 50-47 in favor of Seton Hall Prep.
And they're going to take point off. Now he'll shoot 3.
And if nothing else, icing Omari Moore at the line. So 3 free throws from Omari Moore to try and tie this game up. Makes the second. He'll have one more. Omari Moore icing his with 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. Deadlocked at 50 after 3 clutch free throws from Omari Moore. There's 51 seconds left to play here in the fourth quarter. It'll be Seton Hall joined alongside Michael Cerroti and Renato Rodriguez. We thank you for joining us here for the second of 4 games here in the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest from Roselle Catholic High School. St. Peter's Prep and Union Catholic to come next. And then to round out the day, it'll be Roselle Catholic and Immaculate Conception. Hudson Catholic going to pick up full court here. And now Alex Masung looks like has a cut on his arm, and that's what they're waiting for, so he's going to get taped up. And now they're going to have to put a sub in. It'll be Elijah Williams who's going to come into the game. And
maybe not.
Yeah, he took his time getting off the bench and coming out onto the floor. Enough time for Masung to get taped up and back out there. So the clock rolls. 48 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Masung wasted no time. That tape is hanging on by a thread, about to fall off. He just wanted to get back up floor.
Ethan Maynard with it at the top, 25 seconds to play. Maynard hands Jax Bleeker. Bleeker with the basketball. Now 15 seconds to go. Maynard again with 12. Maynard driving. A kick and it's deflected into the corner. 7.6 called. Timeout, 7.6 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll see what head coach Kevin Williams draws up when we come back. There are 7.6 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Seton Hall Prep just burned a timeout. Mike, what are you drawing up here if I put you in the shoes of Kevin Williams?
Something for Darius Phillips down low. This is not a situation where you have to throw it in, shoot a three. More than 7 seconds left on the clock is more than enough time to set up an offense, get a pass down low, maybe a screen and roll. So we'll see what they do, but Darius Phillips has been dominant down low today.
Also 17 fouls on Hudson Catholic. So a foul on the Hawks would result in free throws for the Pirates. Isaiah Shoyumbo will inbound for Seton Hall. Phillips is going to be double teamed on inbound. Shoyumbo gets it in. Bleeker with it. He's got 5. Gives it up for Shoyumbo. That's a tough shot. Moore blocked it. Phillips gets it right. Overtime coming up between Seton Hall Prep and Hudson Catholic as the Pirates can't get a shot to fall at the end of regulation. Don't go anywhere. Overtime coming up right after this. Get a shot to fall, I should say, Mike, and we are going to overtime between the Pirates and the Hawks.
They got a great look, 2 great looks. One of them was blocked, and then Darius Phillips, as I said, he's been dominant down low. He got a great look at it. Couldn't finish through a lot of contact, but great look to win it at the buzzer, but extra basketball.
So 4 minutes to begin overtime, and Hudson Catholic doesn't even offer at the jump ball. It's won by Seton Hall Prep. Game's been outstanding. There's Bleeker as he gives to Shoyumbo. It'll be free throws for Ethan Maynard. St. Peter's Prep and Union Catholic to come after this. Maynard puts Seton Hall Prep back on top by a point. Uses the screen, pulls up a straight on three. He's too strong, and then it went off the piping that hangs down, that holds the backboard. That's out of bounds, and it goes back to Seton Hall. Under 3 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. Ball gets knocked into the backcourt. They'll say it deflected off Maurice McKnight. Now it's Maynard. Is for Phillip. A kick in the corner. Sean Light's three. Bounces out. Omari Moore pulls in the basketball. Masung finds McKnight. Now around for Moore. 2:20 to go. Masung on the drive, and the reverse goes down.
That's a crafty finish from Alex Masung. Driving to the basket, ran into a couple defenders, ran right by him.
2 minutes to play. Maynard on the drive, a hard fall on the deck, but Darius Phillips is there for the putback. Under 2 minutes to play here in overtime. Nice feed, open down low. Oh, the block by Phillips. Hudson Catholic wanted a goaltend, they don't get it. Darius Phillips getting it done on both ends. He gives for Maynard, who misses the wide open three.
Darius Phillips has 6 blocks today.
And Omari Moore gets it poked from behind right into the hands of Darius Phillips. 1:20 to go in overtime. Maynard blocked. Moore got his fingertips on it. McKnight looking to run for Hudson Catholic. Hawks will slow it up. Moore joins them in the front court. And a timeout is called by the Hawks. 1:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. Seton Hall Prep with a 53-52 lead against Hudson Catholic.
Thomason, handoff, has room. He's got the first down. He stays on his feet. Thomason dives. Touchdown! First title since 2016. Phillips with numbers 3-on-1. The finish and a 4-point Pirate lead. Pitch is hit in the air, right field. Reed going back on it. He's still back. He's looking up, and it one hopped up against the wall. On his way to score is Harcourt. Heading to third is Sprock. He'll put the brakes on and scamper back to second base. There's a shot and a goal! Charles Giordano to put Seton Hall Prep up 2, and they're 5:37 away. Up by 2. They have a 2-on-1. The puck is jarred free. Mendoza scores! The puck was knocked free right to the stick of Rocco Mendoza, and it's 4-1 Pirates.
So a timeout called on the floor. There's 65 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And it'll be a sideline out of bounds for Hudson Catholic, who trails Seton Hall Prep by a point. Kevin Connolly, Michael Cerroti, Renato Rodriguez with you here on the NFHS. Out. There's Masung. He's driving to the basket, and he's fouled, and he takes a hard hit to the deck. So Masung, a bit slow to get up for Hudson Catholic. He took a hard fall to the floor.
Not the first time today, too, that Alex Masung has hit deck hard.
Foul goes on Ethan Maynard. 51.7 to go in the fourth quarter.
Masung is playing one of the toughest games I've seen. When he ran to trainer to get his elbow taped, he has a cut on the other arm in the same place. He's got 2 pieces of tape on his arm in 2 different spots.
We'll try and walk that one off going to half court. We got him down for 24 points tonight. And he cannot make the first free throw. So we can tie the game with a made free throw here in 51.7 seconds to go in overtime. Masung on the second is good. So we're tied at 53 and timeout called.
Over to Floyd, he's open, thought about the three, drives, baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Free throw line, tries to dump a pass off, gets intercepted. Freeman all the way to the hole. Oh, what a block by Moore! Left to play in the fourth quarter. Cromartie, three, got it! Davis probed in the corner, three-pointer, up and down, Brown again! His second straight.
It'll be an inbounds for the Pirates. They can hold for the final shot here of overtime if they want to. They'll drive and they'll finish with Maynard. 2-point Pirate lead. 40 seconds left to go. Maurice McKnight is hurt back behind the play, just getting to his feet and running into the front court now for Hudson Catholic. Alex Masung with 25 on the clock. Masung. Pull-up jumper over Phillips. No, Omari Moore's follow. No, Phillips grabs the rebound, and he's fouled with 15.7. Darius Phillips is going to go to the line for a 1-and-1 to try and make this a 4-point game. Can Darius Phillips give Seton Hall a 2-possession lead? He's been very good from the stripe so far here today. He's got a 1-and-1 opportunity, and he's too strong on the first. Omari Moore the rebound. Hudson Catholic can take the lead with a 3 or tie with a 2. Moore, hands in the corner. He'll get it right back and look at the clock. And no fouls to give for Seton Hall, and a timeout is called by Hudson Catholic. 4.2 to go here in the fourth. The Hawks call their final timeout. We'll stay live right here on D1 Media Pro. Mike, what are you drawing up now if you're Nick Marinello?
This is tough because there's less time than Seton Hall had, so it's a much quicker shot. I would think Omari Moore or Alex Masung is the guy to go to. They've been the two hot hands and really the two best players all season long for Hudson Catholic. But we'll see what they go to, and a 2 is completely fine if they want to go to another overtime. And Omari Moore and Alex Masung both really good at driving the basketball, but they don't have that much time to do it.
7 team fouls on Seton Hall, so they're over the limit. 9 team fouls on Hudson Catholic. Not that that matters that much in this type of situation, but it would be 2 free throws for Seton Hall should they grab a rebound and get fouled right away. Coming to the scorer's table is James Dunneman. So more size will come on the floor for Seton Hall. The 5 sitting in the huddle are Dunneman, Phillips, Light, Bleeker, and Maynard. The 5 coming out on the floor for Hudson Catholic. It'll be Moore, Masung, Dubois, Petaway, Diaz, and also Elijah Williams. Maurice McKnight was shaken up after the last defensive stand for Hudson Catholic, and he was slow getting back into the front court. Omari Moore will be the inbounder with 4.2 left here in this fourth quarter.
Maybe a little pass and quick handoff.
Moore inbounds Masung. Masung to Moore for the lead, and it's rejected by Phillips.
That's one way to get your 7th block of the game. Darius Phillips sent that back.
Now 0.5 of a second left on the clock for Hudson Catholic. Omari Moore to inbound to Masung. He threw it off his leg and time expires and Seton Hall prevails.
What a game.
A comeback victory for Seton Hall Prep as they improve to 8-1 on the season. And Hudson Catholic suffers a result that's been all too familiar to them this year. A second half lead evaporates and they fall in overtime 55-53 to Seton Hall Prep. The Hawks fall to 4-4 on the season, and they're just young enough where they don't know how to win just yet. And Seton Hall Prep, that veteran team, has the experience of winning, and they prove it once again right here this afternoon. That's going to do it for us here from game number 2 of the Scholarship Fund for Inner City Children Basketball Hoop Fest. Seton Hall Prep, a 55-53 winner over Hudson Catholic. St. Peter's Prep and Union Catholic will take the floor next, and we'll be back in about a half hour right here on D1 Media Pro.
He's going to take it himself for a championship. A double play wins it from Frazier.
Turn it to the end zone. What a catch. McKay's on touchdown.